Hello.
Hello, everybody.
What did she say? Dang, the one thing I dislike about cold weather is all the snot.
I hate snot.
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 You may think it's funny when your nose is kind of runny.
Hold on.
You may think it's funny, but it's snot. That's my rhyme for today.
There you go.
Well, hello, everybody. Oh, I just went off. We're gonna say hi.
Something?
I don't know. I have my
Hey, Jody.
Jody Jules is here. So let's say hi to Debbie,
You can turn
Ashley,
Jody blue.
Mama, your
can.
mama, Sandra.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Ashley.
Scarlett, and Jody's Jules, and Ashley.
And Debbie.
Did I say Ashley? Yeah.
Hey, Scarlett.
I don't know that anybody really enjoys snot. It's not like, what's to like? It doesn't look good. It doesn't.
That was my
feel
least
good.
favorite thing in nursing school. Oh, my God. It was horrible. I barely got through it.
I don't like. I was once feeding somebody at a nursing home just to help out. Just to help because, you see, there'd be a lady with like pretty much not use of her arms. They put a tray of food in front of her. And I'm like, she might want to actually eat some of it. So I'm helping her eat and she's coughing in my face. And they say, she has pneumonia. And I'm like,
she has what?
She had pneumonia. So they had her sitting in the hallway so she wouldn't infect all the people in the lounge. And I'm feeding her and she's coughing.
Pneumonia is not necessarily contagious.
Well, I think hers was. I used to get kind of a cough that would start right before winter started, and it would end like when we were well into the spring. They kept the windows shut, and they needed a little air circulation in that place.
Yeah.
What to say? Anyway.
I'm cleaning my desk while we're talking because I can't find it.
Okay.
Cannot find it.
My hair, the walls ish, except the walls are actually green, but they're a yellow green.
October through March, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Brown is here. Hello, Daniel Brown. He's in New Zealand. Welcome.
Welcome.
Good day.
Apparently he's been here before because he's blue.
Good day. I have sheep in the meadow right in front of me.
Do you?
I do. I can see them today. They're not hiding.
I have giraffes in the front in my meadow.
They are nice, right? I don't even have earrings that I could wear. Only because I don't know where they are. I mean, I kind of could get some.
What service are you looking for? Oh, hey, you're in trouble.
Oh, Donna's not here, Ma.
I'll deal with it.
What service are you looking for? I'll deal with it.
Oh. What?
I just heard somebody say, like, what service are you looking for?
Oh, I don't know. Are you talking about my giraffes?
I was talking about your giraffes because my ears are, unless, they're invisible.
No, Debbie. She said those earrings.
Yes.
Are awesome.
I already said she's talking about you. I don't have ears.
Sean, I could still hear it. He's playing his game.
So Jody is a night owl. I am I was almost going to say I'm a day pigeon, but I hate pigeons. So I haven't been sleeping great. And then when I'm up and other people are posting things like I can't sleep, I'm thinking it's like, yeah, obviously we're all posting things in the middle of the night. And
I know. Lately, I've been going to bed.
Yeah, you've been going to bed early, right? Well, this lady said, why do I wake up at 3:30 every night? And I'm thinking, she goes, I think it's perimenopause. I said, well, it doesn't stop at menopause. I mean, you know what I mean? If it's hormonal and you have no hormones, it's not going to change. So
Right.
So when you read about like how to get a good night's sleep, and they say don't go on the screen, don't have caffeine after noon.
Okay. Oh, please.
Take
That's
magnesium support.
impossible.
Sleep in a quiet and dark room, and don't have pets, children, husbands, wives. Don't have anything in your room with you. And it has to be cool. So basically, you should live in a cave and
I
have
don't
nobody.
know, Suzy. I don't know if that's gonna work.
It ain't gonna work because
It ain't gonna work here.
well, it ain't gonna work here too because I'd have that cave would have to have a door and I'd have to have a nice, comfortable bed.
I'd have to lock everybody out. So, but I've been crocheting and that helps me relax.
Well, that's good. Nothing. I was gonna say I like watching people paint, and I now have supplies which I didn't open yet because they're under the tree. But
Oh,
they're not wrapped, so I can open them.
nice.
I already know. I picked them out, so I kind of have an idea. I don't
Is
remember
that
what
what Tony got you for Christmas?
I
The
felt
art
like
supplies?
I was in a rush, so I just said, "Oh, this." They're probably.
Nice.
I mean, I hate to say they're probably crappy, but the paints I really wanted were like $50, and there was a set for $30. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Where'd you
just
get them?
what again? Him? A
Where'd you
television.
get your paints from?
Oh, Amazon. They
Okay.
had paints at Hobby Lobby. The prices weren't bad. The Amazon prices were a lot. Now, I was trying to watch artists who were rating supplies you can get on Amazon, but it was like a year ago. You can't get them anymore. And usually the brands they recommend are, I don't know if they're getting compensation free stuff or if they're expensive. But
well, if they're getting compensation, they usually say it at the beginning of the video.
yeah. I mean, and a few, you know how like, okay, makeup artists, they'll say, hey, we're going to do this brush line and we'll put your name on it. So your people can like buy it. And, or, if you would do like nail polish and then say like,
Right.
pick out like some colors that you want in your line.
Right.
That's really cool. It's probably so much fun when that happens. But I
Uh-huh.
guess I have a similar thing occasionally where some manufacturers might say, what's your favorite colors? We'll do a set just like for you and your fans. And that's
Right.
cool too. I mean, and then I enjoy when people say, let's just paint with whatever you have and try to make it look good or feel like how it's going to come out. And
right.
I like that too. Because then, but if you're like
But
really good,
sometimes that makes the best things when you just use what you have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just like, I am paying attention. I'm just trying to clean this desk.
No, a lot of people, like even when they're making a watercolor, they'll use, like one lady was using a resist, which I don't think I have. She was using those oil.
What?
It's called a resist. Like if you're making a painting that has a lot of white areas, you kind of paint what you want to stay white with this, like, it's sort of like a gummy substance that you could peel off later, kind of. And like it's what it looked like to me. I don't really know. I've never used it. And anyway, I like when they give a free tutorial, but then at the end she says, well, I go into more depth on my Patreon.
Oh, well, of course.
And
Of course she does.
Of course.
That way
I'm like, I'm not ready to be doing Patreons. And truthfully, I did take one class. Like it was a seminar on watercolors one day. And she says, she gave us a piece of paper and she's like, make a line. Make a line. Like I didn't understand where she was coming from. Like I think some of these people in these like little shorts, 3-minute videos are more helpful to me.
I've been finding some really good crochet tutorials where like they'll show you how to make the whole thing step by step. So I like that because I can listen, do that, start it out, Oh,
I like it too. That's why I like when this one, she doesn't always paint. I don't want to say like simply cartoon-ish, like not necessarily realistic, like more fun looking things. I used to paint like that back in the day. I remember I made a little painting in the past, and I remember making, it's like primitive, like I made like
Right.
fringes around a rug, and I had a cat in it, a bird on a branch, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's pretty good. I don't think I could do it
Right.
again. I mean, good for what it was. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
I was drawing for a while. It wasn't bad, sketching. But
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while.
I mean, and I also like watching it because I think what a beginner wants to do a lot of the time is, make every part of the paper have something going on. And a lot of times they'll just say, like, you can leave this whole part white and not even touch it.
Mhm.
Like, if you're using white paper,
Right.
which is cool. Anyway, I was watching this British lady. They always seem so much more stern. Sorry, British people.
Sabrina has me hooked on British baking.
I like some of them too, but I prefer the people that are a little bit like, that are well, I don't know. Well, look, who was the British guy in Hell's Kitchen? That guy, Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay.
He made money being I was gonna say
A butt.
a dick.
Yeah. Being a butt.
A jerk.
Yeah. Well, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. If you're gonna pay $50 for a side dish, you kind of want it to be hot and just right.
Well, yeah. And if he's charging that much, he wants it right.
I need to shut the door because I
This
hear
little
the
window fell apart. Now I have to glue her back. Not to sell, but just because I want her. I like her. But to find my E6000 on this desk will be another miracle.
You have to use E6000 in a ventilated area. Just putting it out there. She's like, toxic fumes.
I know. I'm not going to use that much. Only a little bit. I know. Thank you for looking out for my health.
I used to think that, like, all the things that people use with fragrance, it's not good for you. And finally, doctors are saying, don't use scented candles, they're not good. Or don't use this and that. And I'm like, finally, the chemicals that you're burning and adding into the air, and then you're inhaling it, it's not. Really
Yeah, because you like smelling glue.
There's certain smells that other people would find really bad. And I'm not saying I like them. I'm just saying, like, back when I first started driving, when I had to pump my own gas, which I have to do. And I didn't mind the smell, like the initial smell of gasoline didn't bother me. Now I don't like it at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because y'all posh over there in New Jersey and you didn't have to pump your gas.
For one time in New York, I don't know what happened, but there was some sort of pressure backfire. And when I got to the end of the pumping, it splattered gasoline all over me.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
And then I was so scared I was going to catch on fire. Back then, everybody was smoking. And I went in the place and I said, there's gasoline all over me. I need to go to your bathroom and wash up. What am I supposed to do? And then they looked at me like, huh?
What? They probably go, what the hell, lady?
Anyway, I tried my best to take like towels and like dilute the gas.
I know, Jennifer. I messed up. Hey, Jennifer. I changed it this morning. It said 11:40, and I'm like, what? Yeah. It's like when you're making it, it'll look at his hair. It'll set a time automatically, and I must have forgot to change.
Hey, Dad's Crafting again. How are you?
Hey, Scott.
I had to go back to the doctor. I was maybe going to go back to the doctor today. I'm going back to the dentist anyway. I didn't want to go to the doctor and the dentist in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at that age where it could actually happen, that I could probably be at doctor's offices all day long.
all the time. I know. I can.
But anyway, the other
Between me
day,
and my mom, it's like we're always at the dentist.
or the doctor.
Listen to me, dentist. I meant doctor. I'm listening to you say dentist.
Well, when I went to urgent care the other day, then they sent me to the hospital for a test, and it's like, I was like, I hope they don't do that thing that they did the last time urgent care sent me to the hospital. It cost my insurance $16,000, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
I'm like hoping, they said, well, your copays for the test that they did for me was $25, and I'm thinking, is that just the start of the ball rolling? Because
Hey.
then the radiologist sent, and
Mhm.
they're probably going to bill me too, and then they'll
Yeah.
probably charge me at least a $50 copay, and then the person who runs the website's probably going to charge me.
Yep. You're right. You are so
pretty
right.
soon everybody in the like line, oh well, my internet service charge anything. It's
Right.
just nuts.
Yep.
I mean, I read your x-ray. I didn't even want to go for an x-ray.
Right. It's like I didn't ask you to read my x-ray.
I could have told you it's a tendon, not a bone. I mean, it's not like I could tell that. I mean, there's a chance if it was. Can you tell if it's dislocated from an x-ray? Anyway, I knew it wasn't.
Mhm.
Believe I've had
Well, you
dislocation.
can almost tell from the disfiguration in the shoulder if it's a dislocated,
And the dentist yesterday, he says, do you smoke? And I'm like, I do not smoke. I have not smoked. But I almost wanted to clarify. What do you mean by that? Do I smell like smoke? But
right. It's like, explain yourself.
But anyway, I had an extraction 2 weeks ago, I think, last week. I don't remember. And apparently I did have the dry socket. And because I'm in pain so much on the other side, it's like it's making this pain seem less
That is so painful.
important.
Dry
So
socket.
it is. And he was like, let me take a look. And then all of a sudden I feel these little like pinpricks. And I'm like, are you trying to make me bleed? He's like, yeah. He was trying to get another blood clot. And then it's like when they stick that gauze with the medicine in there.
Like them cloves. I bet you love that.
Oh, wait. If it had been cloves, I would have been like, yo.
That's what it tastes like when they put it in there.
Well, this time, thank you. It was not cloves. It was something else. But he said, try to keep that in there for like 10 minutes. Then he said 15. He goes, as long as possible. I go, don't challenge me, because I could probably leave it in there till like I eat supper. So, give me a range. Like
They had told me to try to keep mine in a day.
Oh, well, I kept it in. I went to the Dollar Tree right after, and then I spit it out. But I didn't know. I mean, like, tell me, what's a good amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
Because these ambiguous time things are not good for me.
Yeah.
I would probably sleep with that thing, and then I'd wake up with it down my throat, which did happen once. I inhaled I had, what are those things? The night guards? I had a night guard, and it went sideways. I went down my mouth.
Oh, God.
I was like, yeah. And then I went and I said, this don't work for me. This doesn't work.
Does not work. What's everybody doing today?
What are you doing?
I'm supposed to be straightening up in here, but I have to go make 4 rum cakes, so. And cookies.
I bought
when you have to make them, it's not as fun as when you just make them.
I bought a pumpkin that was, it was like 3 feet wide. It was like they call it a long pumpkin. And I tried to, like last night, I tried to slice it up. I roasted it and I tried to make something to eat with it, but I didn't I put too much pumpkin in it, so it was really moist.
Uh-huh.
And I apparently didn't put enough flour or eggs. It came out a little bit like a pudding, which meant it was like undercooked in the middle. But
Mm-hmm.
it tasted good to me, but I know
Right.
my husband's not going to eat it. So that means I'm going to eat the whole thing. I said moist. I did.
She did.
You know,
moist.
when you're talking about baking, moist is a proper word.
It is.
There's moisture in the grass in the morning. People get so bent out of shape about moist. It's an
I
appropriate.
know, right? Hey, Deborah. Moist is good. Hey, Jay.
Hi, Deborah. How's it going?
Woo!
Hey.
Last day at work. Are they throwing you a party thing?
Yeah, are you gonna get a party or are you working at remote? And you have to have your own party.
I'm gonna try not to fall while I grab my drink
Good.
and step
That's
over.
a good plan. Always a good plan to stay upright. You know, I put my pants on and didn't fall. That's a good day. So far.
That's a good day for me.
Yeah, man. Where
I did it.
yeah. Anyway, cake and coffee and a lunch. Yay.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Oh, she's in an ER.
Oh, you in the ER?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Deborah.
I
Moist and sticky. Shit.
apparently I was in the urgent care the other day when you were having an auction, and I said I had the sound off. If you sign up for an appointment online, they say if you wait in the room, it's 2.5 hours. If you sign up online, it was like a 4-hour wait. And we kind of snuck in after lunch, and they kept saying,
Did I read that
time.
wrong too? Oh, she's not in the ER. We read that wrong.
Oh, like saying quiet in it. Oh, we read it wrong. We did.
Right. Oh, let me turn this off. You know, reading is hard.
Understanding
is even harder.
Yeah, I was gonna say understanding reading. I want to show you something. I'm not bragging. I only got 3 cards this year, which is probably all I'm ever gonna get.
I got none. So
isn't it cute?
Isn't that cute? That is cute.
It's a cute one. It's so sparkly. Most of the card we got one personal card, and every other one is from this was from the realtor who sold me the house. So it's nice. And then another one was from some guy in a bank. He used to send me pictures of his kids. I'm sorry, dude. It's like I don't know you or your kids. Thank you for the thought.
Right.
And I will. Sometimes I held it for a day, but I put it in recycling. I don't know these children. I'm not going to put them on my fridge. You know.
Right.
If you send me, if you're my best friend and you send me a picture of your children, I'm going to keep it. But if I don't know you, sorry. I mean, if you were like a movie star, maybe I'd keep it. Anyway.
So they won't know if you throw it away or not.
She threw the kids in the trash. I did. I threw the photographs of people's children that I don't know in the. I did. I threw it away. I recycle.
Their way of saying, "Look at my kids."
Well, they're beautiful. God bless, but Okay, that's good. Take a break.
Mama, are you coming to Laplace? If I know you're here, but I don't know if you're listening. Usually I get home from my live and she's still watching it.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, did it turn into a different thing? Sometimes I fall asleep to like a painting video and I wake up and then someone's fixing a car and I'm like, how is this on my playlist? I'm not. I don't know.
Oh, she said you picked some good songs for your shorts.
Who's that?
Are you talking to Suzy?
When I was on TikTok, I used to put music. Now I don't put music.
Well,
Debbie,
I'll tell Google good night and hey Lisa, hey Donna, and
hi, Diana.
it puts country night sounds on, and I'm like, oh hell no. So I'm like, so I tell it to put the Babbling Brook, so I'll go to sleep to that, and that's been helping. I find.
I was listening. I told you I was listening. I was listening to the like the hypnosis video with the earplugs in, and it kept telling me to breathe with my nose,
Right.
and I was congested, so it made me anxious. So
Right.
I said,
Lisa, sorry for your loss, hon.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lisa.
So I don't know. So much to do. So much to do.
It is.
Oh, so we got the news. They're not going to start the house till January. Donna, January.
It's too bad.
So.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, it sounds long, but it's actually only 2 weeks.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
But
When
if
you
that guy would have been
together-
near me, I'd have went.
I mean, next year. When people say next year, and it's already it's the 19th. So there's. I mean, it's like 10 days away.
know.
But what if they come
it's
on?
very disappointing. I mean,
yeah, you want.
So I told him, I'm like, and your guy backed into my mailbox, knocked it almost down, and damaged it. So he says, "Oh, I'll replace it before the house is done." In the meantime, the lady, hey Jeffrey, the lady is like screaming at us because it leans back and you got to pull it forward.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been in New Jersey in a while. I'm just saying it because the mailbox is small there, and when they shove it.
Oh, I bought a big one. That way, she was able to put like smaller packages in there. But I don't know. Because mostly I get my mail at the post office.
We have a rural mailbox that's this normal size of like the metal kind that I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah.
We have though, we put a box by the back door, which people use as the front door, but the mailman, if he's delivering like a package that's bigger than mailbox size, we told him you could just throw it in there.
Right. You ought to see Haley and him has a huge mailbox. I'm like, girl, what are you expecting? But
well, we know why Deborah has a farm size mailbox. She gets those goodies.
Yeah. Nice.
It
is nice when they can just, because our post lady, she'll honk the horn in front of the house until you come out and get it.
Good luck now. She's going to have to honk for 2 blocks. I don't know.
Right. Well, FedEx threw my package on the neighbor's thing because I forgot to tell them that we moved. So.
I put my hands out and Norton licked my hand. There's Mr. Tony. I was looking up his name in Pennsylvania. There's a lot of people with your name in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but not you, because most of them were dead. Anyway.
Good morning, Tony.
He's gone. I'll say good morning back.
You saw your mailman at 6:50 this morning? Wow.
Really? Wow.
They got that deadline coming up, isn't it? I don't know what day it is, but today, maybe?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think if you do priority, today's the last day. They promise that they'll get things, but even with Amazon, if they say like, oh, we can have this to you by a certain day, if they'll make an excuse like, oh, there was a storm, okay. And then once they're not getting it there in the like 2-day kind of thing, 3-day kind of thing, it'll be like, a week.
Right. I need to put a crack in this door because it's hot in here, but I don't want to put the air on because it's cold out.
Okay, so the mail people around here put our stuff in bags, and we felt bad that they were buying all those bags, but apparently they do it for everybody. And we bought a box that they could put in, just put the stuff in and not put it in a bag. But I think it leaks a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. So let me ask, to pose a question. Would you feel like if you had to use a microwave to boil water, to make tea, or to make instant coffee, is that such a bad thing? Like you can't use a kettle. If you don't have a kettle, you can't use a kettle. If you don't have a stovetop, you can't use the stovetop.
I use a microwave when I make tea.
If you don't have a Keurig, you can't use a Keurig. I think a microwave is appropriate. If you have nothing, you use what you have. But people on the internet are like, I guess a lot of them are Brits, but they're like, you cannot make tea from
snobs.
Ooh, it's like,
I don't know. I do my water.
I'll use the radiator if it comes down to that. I don't know. I'm going to use whatever.
I heat some water in one of the big Pyrex measuring cups, and then I stick my tea bags in there, and then I make iced tea.
Okay. Now,
it tastes no different than if I'd have used a kettle or whatever.
Do you remember there were videos back in the day, like when I first started watching like YouTubes, where people were saying how I make my lunch when I'm on the road, and they would wrap sandwiches that have cheese in it in like lots of, I'll call it tin foil, but it's aluminum, and they would put it on some part of their car that gets hot, and then they'd say, oh, this gets nice. By the time I get to where I'm going, it's going to be all melty. And they would show it, and I'm like, it's true.
My husband sticks some a Milky Way on his dashboard so it can melt before he eats it.
All right. It sounds messy, but if you know, if you like
on to make grilled cheese, yeah, I guess a lot of college kids do that.
Oh my gosh, we used to have these. They were, well, we had a lot of things that were illegal, but they used to have these like they looked like pots you could plug in and they would get hot. And so people would make kind of like Lipton's kind of soups, or, you know, I guess now they would do ramen in that. And oh yeah. My friend had a whole skillet in her room, and they were all illegal. And so she would like wrap it in clothes, throw it under her bed. And when they'd come around inspecting for illegal things, I had a huge refrigerator when I was living away. I mean, huge because my dad got it for like $50 from somebody, but it was like twice the size of those little cubies that hold like a.
Right.
Anyway, we often, I mean, we could have peanuts in our room, so we had peanut butter and jelly, and occasionally we ate cheese sandwiches. I don't know. Now, I'm pretty sure I probably would have a microwave. Back when we were, you know, we're like so old that back when microwaves were
yourself, girl.
Okay, but anyway, they were.
You know, I'm a whole year younger than you.
They were really expensive. Now you probably can get one pretty cheap. People are like saying, you want it for free? I'm throwing it away. Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, I noticed that a lot of people who do like cooking videos, they'll use those little burner things to do it.
Yeah, because they don't want to really, any real human being's kitchen is probably not beautiful for like video. I mean, some people don't give a crap and they cook in their not so special kitchen. But I know there was a time where I thought, like, if I had like a folding table and a backdrop, that's what I'd use. They were old fogies, so what?
Yep.
I'd rather be over the hill than under the hill. Yeah.
I'm close. I feel like I'm under the hill sometimes. Oh.
You're not like the world still grocery.
You're funny. So what's for lunch today, Debbie? I know you said you're not cooking until after Christmas, after the 1st. So what are you cooking?
Not so special.
I may do some cooking videos in my new not so special kitchen. Because it's going to be nothing like,
Where's your doggies go?
I like some of those 1970s counters, Deborah.
No. I got my doggy. Well, when I lived in the Bronx, I had 60s counters. They were Formica with the aluminum edge that had the
Mhm.
little, like the diner tables that
Yeah. Uh-huh.
it was like the edge like that on our,
People pay big money to get that today.
and it was like that white with the gold flecks. So old. Well, I know they built my building in 1962.
Okay,
Just
Debbie. Sounds good. Scarlett just had a salad wrap for lunch.
okay, nice. I've been wanting something with tortillas, but honestly,
Yeah, we haven't had wraps in a
can't
while.
digest things that have like a lot of tomatoes and onions and peppers. It's like leave me out. I don't feel well after a couple hours.
I want to get a London broil and make wraps.
What? Make wraps? Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I like
London
wrap.
broil. Well, usually I'll do like several different, like I'll do the ground beef for the kids and some grilled chicken, and then the London broil that I slice real thin, and
Oh,
then they can choose what they want.
the sheep are moving. I always think like they brought them some new hay when the sheep start running. Anyway,
Uh,
um, I still have leftover turkey from Thanksgiving that I chopped up, thinking one day I want to make like maybe turkey salad or
uh-huh.
enchiladas or something.
Right.
And I haven't done anything with it. It's frozen. Oh, okay. McMansions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like I was looking where I used to live in New Jersey, just a few like I looked at a house that was very,
Hmm.
very small in a very nice neighborhood. I should have purchased it because it is true what they say. If you look in a nice neighborhood, buy the ickiest house and it'll be worth more than the nicest house in a not as nice neighborhood. It's true. It is true. But the realtors were telling me, oh, this is like a tear down. And I thought,
Uh-huh.
well, I'm not tearing it down. I'm just going
Right.
to, I was just
Right.
wondering where I'd put all my stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, it had a view of a farm. Okay. And so I wanted to live there. Yeah, there were farms in my neighborhood, but they were few and far between. And I kept thinking, they're going to take that farm, sell it, and make like condos. And I'm not going
Hmm.
to want to do that. So, but it stayed a farm the whole time I was in, till now, it's still a farm. This is much better. This is also much like what I feared about living in the not so populated area. I had no idea that there was like literally 3 dental hygienists in like a 40-mile range.
Wow.
I mean, there's
That
like no.
ain't rough.
Someone even told me that if you can get like primary care physicians, like will make you wait sometimes 3 months for an appointment. And I thought, that's insane. Don't you want to just be able to call a doctor because you have like a fever?
Well,
Or
ours, we're part of the big auctioner system here.
oh
And
well,
the thing says, if you feel you should be seen today, please let the whatever answers know. But then, of course, you probably can't see your doctor, but you'll see a nurse practitioner or one of the other doctors.
15 miles past the 15 miles that I did want to drive, the woman who at the urgent care was telling me I used to work for that practice, so I use them as my primaries. And she goes, "They're so nice there." Like, and they even have samples from, I guess, people who try to sell pharmaceuticals. And like, so if
Mhm.
you're gonna try a drug, instead of having to go and buy it, like they might say, "Here, try it and see if it
Right.
works for you." And I thought, I remember those days. That was like 20
Yeah.
years. And
Not
so,
yeah. Those days are far and few between. I can tell you that.
right. So, yeah, it does.
Oh, Deborah, I'm sorry. They do. They like to collect stuff too.
It likes to hide it. Mm.
I'm looking for something that I can't
Like
find.
my grandmother started I'm getting forgetful, but my grandmother, she ended up, needing. She had someone come for 4 hours a day.
Uh-huh.
Sadly, her daughter had passed away, and she felt like after that she just lost
Yeah.
a lot of touch with like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She let herself, I don't know, it's not letting herself, it just was a trauma that
Right.
put her in a bad way. Ugh. That's why I said when she was at the nursing home that she ended up living in, because she fell and split open her head.
Oh, wow.
This was a lady who always wore a dress every single day of her life. And then when I saw her wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt and sneakers, she never had sneakers ever. I said, I go, Grandma, where did you get those clothes? And she's like, she goes, they're my clothes. And I'm like, no, they're not. But I know the nurse's assistants would sometimes, like if a resident had, I don't know, left the building, let's just say that, they would have like a bunch of stuff, and I guess they just gave her stuff to wear, or they took it out of her roommate's drawer.
Well, sometimes like we would get donations of stuff like underwear and sorry, my son, who knows I'm live. We would get like, people would give like bunches of t-shirts and pajama pants and stuff.
That's
and
nice.
the director of nurses would keep them in her office, and then as somebody needed it, we would hand them out or whatever.
We used to get donations from some companies and some charities, and the Salvation Army used to come on Christmas time and give little shaving kits for men and little combs and like a disposable razor, and it was just nice that they would do that. And other things. I mean, I don't know if everybody was allowed to have a razor because they didn't want people getting hurt, but it was just nice. Yeah, they were nice. And some people would bring like, I didn't like that they were, I was going to say candy, like candy, Christmas candy. And we had a woman what did they say? Like there was a woman who had some sort of dementia, and it made her want to eat candy a lot. But I mean, like I want to eat candy a lot too. And she used to hide her chocolate in her tissue box, and I knew it was there because
if I'm eating something and I want to eat my chocolate, you better give it to me.
If I'm living in a nursing home, please bring me peanut M&Ms, and I don't care. I don't care how much. I don't care how high my blood sugar is.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if that's what I want, my dad, when he was sickly, only wanted chocolate ice cream, only. And they said that, the nurses were like, well, he has diabetes. And his doctor said, this man is not eating food. Give him chocolate ice cream.
Right.
And yeah, I'm really glad that he did that.
Yeah.
I said, can you take his calorie and sugar restriction off his diet, please? And they're like, yeah, I'll do it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, if that's all they're going to eat. But, as you get older, you lose, like, the only taste bud that is good sometimes is sweet. A lot of people would put sugar on their food or sweetener or whatever.
Oh. That is so
very it's hard. Like they do opposite of what they were. Definitely. That's painful. But, the dementia is harder on the caretaker than it is on the person who has it. That's the sad part,
That is sad. I want to say, speaking of me, my husband's been cranky. Somebody was trying to sell me something, and he was being very persistent. And he says, well, can you ask your husband if, and I know the answer is no. And I just said, look, I asked him. He said, not right now. And he's very cranky. I go, I wanted to say, I'm not, you don't want to poke the hornet's nest. If
Right,
somebody's
right.
in a bad mood, you let them be in the bad mood.
And you know what? Say, look, I can make decisions. I don't need my husband to make decisions for me.
Well, I was putting it off on him. Just
Yeah.
I felt like,
Well, I've been very cranky, so I feel sorry for my husband.
well,
But, you know.
yeah, I get it. I was watching these videos on. We have a propane fireplace heater
Mhm.
that can heat the house. Actually, then I said maybe we can have some sort of way it would work without electricity. And I found a video somebody made. He was like a fireplace kind of guy, and he said that this brand, this kind of thing, has a battery. If you had batteries in the remote and you had batteries that are attached to the machine, he said it will work without electricity. Well, so we
Okay.
got new batteries and we did it all, and we guess what? It only started when it was plugged in. And then unplugged. We were trying like every little thing. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's kind of nice to have the fire going.
But didn't you say your neighbor has his set up some kind of way? Maybe ask him.
My neighbor has there's a few houses around here that are so unique. They have what they call an outside furnace, and it's operated with wood. So he said, I just go up into the woods and cut down a tree. And he goes, I have to stoke it like 2 times in the night if it's really
Right.
cold. Because it's not easy, but it's, it's
Doable.
very reasonable because all I'm doing is like heating an outside water kind of thing. And then the water goes, I guess the steam goes into the house.
Yeah. I'm
Somehow.
so sorry, Lisa.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Yeah. Dementia is so hard.
It's hard. I'm sorry. I hear crying. Crying makes me feel sad.
Oh, which dog is crying? Her babies are crying.
Morning. Why are you crying? Why? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why? Why? You smell coffee on me. He loves coffee, this dog. Dog should work at Starbucks.
My great aunt and uncle had little chihuahuas. And every afternoon, the little old people would have their coffee in the afternoon. And their chihuahua went crazy until they fixed them like some coffee milk. And the dog had coffee with them.
Okay. My Trixie used to, she used to.
Donna, you still here? You remember Aunt Selena?
All right, blessing
Okay.
you, Deborah. Have a
good luck. Prayers, Deborah.
If we don't see you, happy holidays. And it's sad. Like I always want to say, like, my condolences. I hope the memories at some point bring you comfort. Now I know, like, it's hard. You're crying. It's sad, but it takes time, and for everybody, it takes a different amount of time. Sometimes it's years, but you will.
Donna says she saw him drinking. Oh, Lord.
Well,
I think about them often, but
I'm using this now because of Norton.
Oh.
My husband bought this for me. He said it's a Norton proof. If you remember the cover,
well, there you go.
And he kept saying, he goes, why is everybody selling these big thermoses for like $45? He's like, what's up with that? We went into a sporting goods store and they had like aisles of them. And I go, I don't really know.
Well, what was it last year around Christmas? The big Stanley mugs with the in thing. Now there's other one, like my daughter-in-law always has one. She has one that it's a cup that you can fit, say, like a McDonald's cup in it, and it keeps your drink cold all day or whatever. Wow. Yeah, I forgot what she called it, but yeah, they have all those. I
saw the ones that had narrower bottoms so you could stick it in your car. Yeah. But it said like it would keep cold Cold longer than hot. Hot, it
Uh-huh.
said like only 6 hours, and cold was like 8 for some reason. And I don't really like very cold things or very hot things. So, and because my teeth are bad now, I have to go to the dentist again yesterday, today, and then next Monday. And hopefully I'll be done for a couple minutes. And I'm not done because I have a gaping hole. But cold really affects my teeth
Hey,
now.
Angie. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Angie.
Yeah, I hate getting cleanings
My husband has his TV too loud.
because it sets my face off. So that's why I don't like to go. No singing today, Angie. But boy, wait till tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
I told Angie, I said, no singing today, but we'll wait for tomorrow.
Who's not singing? I can sing.
Teresa.
Singing. I'm a lukewarm.
She
I'm
sang happy birthday to Ashley yesterday. Was it yesterday, Ashley? Jesus, my days are running into each other.
Happy birthday to you. Sorry I missed it. Blah, blah. I don't know. Happy birthday. Well, they took away the copyright on that song, so you could sing it now.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Angie's her little neighborhood chats where she talks about channels? Like she gives you channels. It is so funny.
I've watched a few of her chats recently, and you made my gossip. I try to listen to people. Sometimes I fall asleep. I'm sorry. I put them on like when I watch I can't watch videos in front of my husband's playing the TV because he looks. So then I put earphones in, and then he talks to me, and then I'm like, and then I take it out, and I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" And he goes, "Well, who else would I be talking to?" And I'm thinking, the dogs, maybe? I don't know.
And you have no idea, right?
And then I put it back in, and then he's talking, so I take it out, and I go, "So what?" And he goes, "Oh, it's talking to the dogs." And I'm like, you gotta pick.
Tell him just lift his finger or something to let him know.
Yes.
Let you know talking to you.
I said, "Can you tell me when you're starting to show I want to see?" And he goes, da 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 da.
Oh my God. Well, my new thing is I can't, like when I'm crocheting, count and listen to everybody. So like, of course, I'm in the middle and Thomas goes, "Mama," and I went, it's like, forget it. And then I got to go back and count everything.
People get so offended when you like, oh, my ex used to be so offended if I would cut him off to like, if I'm writing like paying bills or something and I'm writing out numbers and he's like talking and I'm like, shush. He goes, "How dare you shush me?" I go, "I can't do math. Right. I can barely write out an address. I don't know.
I can't do math on a good day, right?
The struggle is real, but honestly, I should just have other people make out. Well, that's dangerous. I was going to say other people should make out checks for me, or no, it's not good. They could make it out to themselves.
No.
Anyway, it's hard. It's hard. I got to really concentrate when I'm trying to pay bills, and if I don't like addressing envelopes. I remember people who are real old school, and well, actually, a lot of bills come with what do they call it? Self-addressed envelopes. They're not always stamped anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, now everything is automatically taken out. So
I almost don't mind that, except for like, for instance, it's so easy. I have that cable bill in New Jersey, which is like, it's like phone, TV, and internet, and I haven't been using the phone for like a year. But it's like since the bill isn't in my vision, like I'm like, how am I going to call them? They're going to ask me for account numbers, blah blah blah. What are they going to do? If I just want to make it internet, are they going to want to make an appointment for somebody to come? I don't want this to happen. I'm ready to. I don't know, but I don't want to be paying that.
Right.
We also are paying for a storage unit. I said to Tony, can't we just ditch it? He goes, we have to hire a mover. And I'm like, it's like, yeah. I'm like, do you have any idea how much movers cost around here?
That's why I'm glad we didn't have to move our stuff very far. About 10 minutes down the road. So
That's another thing too, because a lot of the movers forget it. If you have to have a certain truck, and there's readily available trucks that could move, like let's just say a 1-bedroom apartment. But if you have a 3-bedroom, it takes a way bigger truck, and those are few and far between. And they don't want to travel more than an hour or two, and we're like 4 hours away. So it's going to be very expensive. So I don't know. So I keep looking, and he's like, why do you want to buy stuff? And I'm like, I'm kind of thinking if I could buy some stuff, it might be cheaper than moving the stuff. I mean, I want to take like 2 or 3 things, which we could probably put into a U-Haul. I'm thinking. I just can't help unload it. But I could, there's a lot of Amish people around.
Hire some of the local Amish kids to.
My neighbor said her sons would probably charge $20 an hour.
Oh, okay.
I'm just yeah.
A lot. Hey, Glenn.
It does sound like a lot because a lot of them only charge $10 an hour to help. And if, they're really helping, I help them. They should help. But I would give a tip. I would give a good tip. Honestly.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, Maria. Hi, Glenn. Dawn and friend. I'm Suzy. Hi.
Maria's from Cali.
I see that. And she thrifts in California. I really like thrifting. It's dangerous because I see things I want. And my husband's like, why would anybody want that? And I'm like thinking, I want that.
You wouldn't know. You can't tell him, I want that.
I see these bowls and I'm like, I can't. I go, these look really nice. And then I'm thinking, are these antiques or are they like Pioneer Woman from 2 years ago? I don't know. But I was walking through like a thrift shop the other day, and I go, "Oh, that's a Hoosier glass vase." Like I know the vases names, and I'm like, "What's wrong with me? Why am I absorbing that information?" I can remember that, but if somebody says, "Hey, my name is," and I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. On Saturday.
Okay.
You have to send me the address, Glenn.
I wish I was strong. I wish I wasn't aching and I could do all these things. The thing about a garage sale here, the Amish people are super, super thrifty. And what am I going to say?
That they have to be real thrifty.
They really want everything for a quarter, I feel. Or a dollar.
I want everything for a quarter. What are you talking about?
$1. Well, what am I talking about? I'm talking about going into Goodwill, and that they're selling used art crayons for $9.99, and I'm like, what? They're not even brand new, like unused but old in someone's drawer. Right. No, they're like like some are nubs, and the woman said, come back when the color's $2 and get it then. And I'm like, okay, I guess you have a point.
Okay.
That's sad. She's saying that the singing altered her health.
Oh, she'll appreciate that, Andrew.
Well, did you hear that there's new if you have iPhones and an iPad, they have iPods that act like hearing aids now. There's this
really?
one. Yeah. And I thought that's pretty interesting for people like me who asked my husband to put closed captioning on because I can't understand. I hear talking, but the words sound garbled sometimes to me.
Right.
I know that's a
all right. Good luck at your doctor's appointment, Maria.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
Enjoy. stay out of crowded spaces because
I
everybody.
thought I turned the volume off on this phone, and my hoo-hoos are, I don't even know what it is. It used to be, that was the noise I got, like if somebody went somewhere. Now I think it's a notification that I'm getting. I don't know.
It's not all the earbuds, but it's one of the ones, like a 2.0. Look for it specifically if you want that, because not everyone does that. But I thought some people were saying, like, you know how if you ever read articles on the internet and they know you're a certain age, which is like senior citizen-ish, they'll have things like, oh, we have $500 hearing aids, and usually they're kind of crappy. So people were saying these work better than the inexpensive regular hearing aids, but they're not as good as the good hearing aids.
Right.
So, you know, but for like $200, if it can help you, it's probably, you know, it's probably okay.
Right.
Try to get help, or admitting you need the help is the first step. I don't know. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I know I need help. I need to get new glasses, and whenever I go to the hearing tests, I listen so hard to things. I usually say I pass, but I'm curious.
Oh yeah, I did too, but I can't hear crap. So
I can't hear, and I'm with having like ADD, and my brain is like listening to other things that it listens to the inside of the head. It listens to the outside. I see birds flying around. I see a horse running down the street, and I'm like, I know that never happened in New Jersey. That a horse would just be galloping down the street. Like, I'm like, why is the horse doing?
Oh God, Lisa.
I wouldn't even. They don't wear tags. How do you know where to bring it? I wouldn't know whose horse it is. Anyway, we see chickens on the side.
The horse stalled at
and ducks. You know. I said, well, who do these chickens belong to? Can we just? Are they loose chickens, like wild chickens? Can we have chickens from these wild? Can we get these wild chickens and bring them to our property? Meanwhile,
there's somebody's.
They obviously escaped from somebody's hen house, but you often see birds running on the side of the road that should be on someone's property. So
the neighbor behind us has chickens, and they would always come in my property, which is not a problem, except when Bella is out, because, you know, Bella will take me skiing to get after the chicken when I have her on a leash.
We put these anti-bark collars, and it doesn't give a shock, but it makes like a vibrating noise, and it'll go beep, and then, and Roxy, it works for her, but Norton goes like, he looks behind.
What is that?
He goes, just making that noise. I don't know. and he doesn't know. It means like, stop barking, dumbass. Ooh.
Right.
But Roxy's like, she used to bark at every horse she would see, and I'm like, there's a lot of horses around. And so then you hear her go, oh. Like she just makes like a little growly noise, oh. Very subtle. Oh.
Too funny.
She's kind
of.
I
was flipping through, shorts, reels, whatever this morning, and there's this lady looking out her front door, like through her glass door, the screen door, and there was a poodle, a black like French poodle, all groomed and stuff, and it's snowing outside, and she goes, "You're not a flipping husky, get in here," and the dog's just standing out there. Oh, you need some holiday house slippers. Well, Debbie, don't you got to go to the children's department to get your slippers? Your feet are so little.
Is it for like a white elephant, or you mean you really need it? Because somebody was making white elephant gifts, and she says loafers. She took a loaf of bread and she scooped it out and made a slipper out.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, silly, but
exactly, she said.
Yeah, go to if you can fit into kid size stuff, that's fantastic.
Get it cheaper that way.
Oh yeah. Right. Does it have to be holiday, like really, really holiday, or just like maybe they could be plaid. I'm sure they have everything. A lot of people buy. I mean, I used to think like I don't want to buy something that I could just wear one day a year. So I just decided at this point in my life I'm going to wear it all year, or whenever it's appropriate to wear that kind of thing,
Right.
and not care. So I used to warn all my neighbors, when you see me in July in my Christmas pajamas, because they all could see my deck, I'd be like, just understand that
Right.
I don't care. I haven't lost it yet.
That's right.
Okay.
If she's all decked out in holiday garb, she needs matching shoes.
Now,
You know.
I still have not solved the snow boot thing or the winter shoe. I'm still wearing the Crocs with the open backs, and it's been snowing. Well, it melted, but I still need shoes.
I'd say it's still cold.
Boot. I need boot-ish, like ankle kind of like boots.
Jane, so you do you, Suzy Q.
I do. I do me. I don't care. And when I got my first one, I was tweeting a lot back in the day before Elon bought it. And now I can't even put two words together. So
Yeah, those lined ones are nice.
well, the lined Crocs do feel warmer. I've had them, but the ones that I had still had the holes on the top. So if you went out in the rain or if it was snowing, the moisture could get through the holes. Now, I know the holes are designed to let heat away from your feet,
Right.
but for being outside,
Right.
now I saw the ones that have indentations but no holes, and they went up to the ankle. They don't have them in my size anymore.
Yeah.
I have big
Jane
feet.
says she's got her reindeer horns on.
I wanted to get those for my dog, but I put earmuffs on the dog and he shook them off. He doesn't.
With rubber shooties. Like little ankle boots, maybe.
They had her size still. Yeah, that's the thing. Like in this area, people think of like when you wear Keens and hikers and Crocs that you're like nobody blinks. Then nobody cares.
Right.
But in New York City or like even some parts of New Jersey, it's kind of like fancy. You walk into a restaurant, people look at you like you're not going to be wearing camouflage or fashion, safety
Right.
orange.
Right. Over here, you wear anything.
Yeah, here too. Nobody cares. I'm not saying nobody cares.
Most people wear shrimp boots. I mean,
Well, I have muck boots, but when I was cleaning off the car the other day, the snow got into the boot and then it made my pants wet and my socks wet.
Oh.
And then I changed into another thing and I don't know. It was, put it this way, I got snow on my pants 3 times that day.
Gotcha.
And I was thinking I'm grateful to have 4 things that I could wear on the bottom half of my body. Because
there you go.
Or a dryer, I guess. Because I needed to change rapidly.
Yesterday I had shorts on. Some people had jackets, and I'm like, it's hot. But when you go to Walmart, you need a jacket, especially if you go by the cold stuff. It is so flippant. Like if the weather changes, they don't adjust their air or heating or whatever, and it's so cold in there.
Well, our local, we went to the local Asian restaurant, I'll call it, because they say best Chinese food in town. The name of the restaurant's Tokyo. I'm sticking with the Japanese because of the name. Anyway, right. We went in there. It was so hot. And then I was wearing a really fuzzy, like shirt.
Right.
Like Sherpa kind of fuzz.
Uh-huh. Oh, I like that stuff.
I was like, I go, I can't take, the next step was like a tank top. And I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and, you don't care sometimes, but yeah, I would care. Yeah, it wasn't appropriate for public kind of thing, I felt. So I just kind of told the lady, it's hot.
Tooch's deal is tonight. A touch of glass.
Okay.
Of glass.
How is the door opening by itself? Is there a human?
It's a human.
Okay.
It's a human.
I just want to in here. What do you want?
He doesn't know what he wants. He wants free access in and out. But you'd have to make your TV lower. No.
It's a ghost, right?
No, 10. No, 10. He kind of sometimes, if we're not sitting again, like, you know, if you have a house that has, he would probably love living in an RV because he wants us all to be in the same area.
Uh-huh.
You know? So if we're upstairs, we're all upstairs. If we're downstairs, we're all downstairs. There's not,
Right.
except for Roxy once in a while, like she's like, I've had enough of this hairy animal. I'm going to go upstairs and be alone. But mostly they want to be with us. And he acts like he like tries to come and get one of us to be with the other one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny.
Well, Bella is living her best life at my mom's because she helps herself outside and she's laying by the fence line, just, you know, waiting for the cats to come by.
Nice.
She's having a good old time.
You know, oh. Did you hear him say, he was singing last night. Elton John was having a concert and he was going, oh, oh, oh. Just like, what was that about? Oh, oh. We were trying to get him to sing with Elton. Come on.
Right.
Oh, say, I love you, Mama. I love you, Mama. I love you, Mama. Come on. You could do it. I know you can. I
I would
heard
try
it.
to get my dogs to do that, and Garrett goes, "You are crazy." He would just sit there and laugh.
I love you. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're going to say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Say it. Talk. Hi. Hi. Hi.
She gets out, you know, she gets out 3 days a week, y'all. We let her out.
I love you. I love you. Oh, he's like, he's here. Where is he? There he goes. I love you, Mama. Say it, Norton. Come on. Okay, he's not gonna do it. He does it to Tony more than me. But he started learning. I love
But you
you,
did
Mama.
say they love him more, so
He thinks it's because he says I'm more like a dog. He said because I got the beard. He goes, they think I'm a dog.
yeah. She said that dog's just making you look silly.
Okay, well,
He's like, no, I'm not doing it. Maybe he's just, you know, YouTube shy or something.
Anyway, he'll say, it sounds like I love you to me. And he goes, he's just moaning. And it kind of sounds like I love you. He's rubbing his butt on my. Don't do that. Nobody wants a butt rub down their leg. Hi.
He just lifted his head from the computer. Scarlett loves you, Suzy. Look at him.
I love you too. Oh.
He won't push that door.
He flings the doors in New Jersey, but no, he's not gonna. I don't know.
Bella
Roxy
learned how to open Mamal's door. She just hits it and goes back in, but then she can't get back inside.
when we go to the car, we go through the laundry area, I should say. It's not the room is like a closet. and and Roxy always has her head poked in there because that's how she runs away. And one day the door's like shutting, like right on her head. She doesn't care.
That's funny because he wants to go through, but the crack is not big enough, so he won't push it open. Jennifer.
And he pushes on the door. Otherwise,
right. How's it going, Steph?
Now we got 2 dogs in here. What's going on? 2.
They want to go outside.
And Tony, everybody's here. That's what they wanted. They wanted us all to be in the same room.
Right.
They won. No.
Yeah.
Say hi, Tony.
Tony, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. Doesn't he look more Amish now?
Just buy him a hat.
He looks Mennonite, they said, because he has the beard. But he's
Uh-huh. He needs a black hat.
Oh, the other day I have a black sun hat, and he wore it to like shovel to do something, and it was raining. I go, that hat has holes in it, and I'm like, out of the side, the normal hats they wear are straw colored,
Uh-huh.
and they have black coverings, and I don't know if that's for like church or fancy or if it's just for the rain, but yeah, I was like,
Scarlet.
Scarlett, that's not nice to call my husband a geezer. Especially since we haven't seen your picture. Let's see what I'm trying to get Scarlett to reveal how she looks, but you know, it's not fair to call people geezers. He's a geezer. He is. He's definitely a geezer.
Yeah.
But you know, he doesn't like that word. I think he thinks it's disparaging, which it is. And but it is so funny when like about
because you don't want to know.
when we first started dating, there was a table of men on the other side of the diner where we were, and he said, look at that, look at those geezers, they're making a lot of noise. And I said, half of those geezers are younger than you. So
Right. Yeah, it was. That was her husband. It was like, and either that or she's got some stranger in her house.
that was my husband. His name is Tony. Everybody knows he's Tony.
Tony.
Tony no baloney.
I love that little video when the dog goes, hey, what's your name? Tony.
I don't know that one. That guy. He's that guy.
Yep.
So he said to me, when is my dental appointment? I guess he comes with me. And the one day I sat down in the dentist office, he went to the complete other side of the waiting room, and he sits down and he's like hiding in the corner. And I'm like, well, and I'm pretty much like, where are you? And he's like, why don't you want to sit with me? I need support. And he's like, it was noisy over there. I wanted to read. And I'm like, and so now he says to me, he's like, I'm sitting over here. And he points to the corner.
You think my thyroid pill is going to help if it's just sitting on my desk?
No.
She said she thought it was your brother.
It's gonna. Oh no, my brother's bald. Well, I mean Tony's near bald, but I mean he's no beard. My brother lives in Georgia, so, and I'm in Pennsylvania, just in case we'll clear it all up. And honestly, we would never live together. I'm 100% sure. There would be an emergency, and then we would be together. But in a normal circumstance, it wouldn't happen. There is an RV electricity plug in our garage. So the people that lived here before, they used to have relatives visit in RVs, and they would plug them in over there. And I'm like,
okay.
Interesting. Pretty sure I wouldn't marry my brother. I wouldn't even want to hang out with him. No, no. I'd like my brother for short periods of time. He's just not like me.
Well, that's normal.
He's he likes sports, and he doesn't want to be disturbed. And
sounds like my husband. No,
I don't.
We walk over to Sabrina's, and he's got a football game on the
I like seeing him once a year. I want once a year. Listen to me.
we'll walk over to Sabrina's, and she goes, how much football is there? Like, is like a football on at midnight? You know?
Do you know that I have no clue about football? My ex was really into football, and when I said to him, he's like, I'm getting ready to watch a game, and I'm like, what game? And he goes, don't even start. He's like, what do you mean? I actually asked him a couple weeks ago, is football season on now? And he's like, girl,
Right.
how do
Oh,
you
you're
not know
fine,
that?
Ashley. You're fine. We're just playing.
Aw. She
She
says
only
she
likes it once a year.
Jane's right. Jane says she's crying a little and then she's dancing out the door. That's good.
Yep. Dancing
Jennifer,
out
start
the door.
trouble. Don't be a troublemaker. Jennifer.
Oh,
Well, congratulations, Jane. Have a good
yes.
day.
I'm so happy for you.
It's nice.
That's
Now you
good.
can do fun stuff instead of maybe
Right?
you're more fun. I don't know. Who would think anyone be crazy enough to marry Susan? That's not right.
We know you kidding, Jennifer.
I asked my husband, what do you like about me? And he says things like, well, I think you're funny. And I'm like, is that it? Is that enough? Is that it? And he goes, well, you are funny. And I'm like, but is that it?
Right.
I'm like, so you basically wanted to live with a comedian? And then that was it? I'm like, okay.
Right. When Garrett and I were engaged, you know, in the Catholics, you have to go to a pre-Cana conference, you know, before you get married.
I do.
So everybody was going around the table going, I love so-and-so because, and Garrett goes, well, I like Dawn because. I'm like, thanks a lot. Everybody started laughing. I'm going, he just likes me. That's all.
We mostly like the same music. We mostly like the same music. I love that he doesn't like sports because I don't have any interest in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he likes when I pursue artistic things.
Uh-huh.
So, and lately he's been going to Goodwill with me, which I don't even get.
Yeah, Garrett sits in a car, so that's good.
Which is weird. And he used to, the first 2 times he said to me, why would I want to go in there? And then he's like, ugh. He makes that like noise. But now I said, look, if you're going to take me to the supermarket next door, I'm going to go into the Goodwill and check it out. And now he goes. And
yeah, well, that's good. Hey, John.
Well, he has painting and doing sanding and all sorts of things that he's been doing. He's ruined like everything that he owned. And now he's actually found like jeans and some newer shirts. They go right in the laundry. And then he has clothes now. So I'm like, okay, good. Because I said to him, you know, you can't just wear like shirts with paint and sanded up stuff to everything. I go, can't you at least buy like a nice black t-shirt or something?
Hey, Ella.
Hi, Ella. Hello.
I tell you.
Well, you know,
Garrett will wear like his work shirts on the weekend and stuff, and they're all stained, and it's crazy.
Goodwill.
Who's 4 away from 100? Is John 4 away from 100?
Goodwill is overpriced, and their lowest price point is $1.99 at the store near me. But in New Jersey, it's like it was insane. They were upmarking stuff from Walmart and from, you know, selling stuff from Dollar Tree for $99. It's like, get over it. That's nuts. And she goes, we do it too. She goes, because we can't put a sticker less than $1.99 on stuff.
Right. Are you subscribed to John?
I believe I am.
He's 3 away from 100.
I'm gonna go look on here. Pin message.
I'll make Sean see if he's subscribed.
I remember the last time someone was saying like I'm a few away from, and I went and looked and.
Yeah.
You want me to make your hot chocolate? You ain't got no cream.
Yeah, in that little container.
I don't know why on my phone it's not letting me go to his.
Sean, can I go to your YouTube
page,
please?
But when I'm on my iPad, I can. Well, I hope you get to your 100. You can. Did you go to Johnny's and ask?
Yeah, Johnny will get you over.
Yeah, he will.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay, no secret.
that little plastic container, Sean.
Alright.
Maybe.
Just open like the corner of it.
What's
Sean's gonna check when he comes back in here.
Is your sister?
Wow. So everybody make sure you subscribe to John. Just click on the 3 dots by his name.
Oh, did you see?
Are you really? Debbie? She's 8 away from 2,800. I'm a little jelly.
No one just pushed the door wide open. Yeah, you did. You did. Oh, he's very frisky. Frisky.
Bring it here.
He's been unstuffing toys lately, chewing on receipts, drinking my coffee. He's being bad. The other day he had my earmuffs in his mouth, and I'm like, "You better not." What's going on?
Oh, Donna just subscribed.
How many
Awesome.
is 8 away from 2,800? I can't get to 500. I keep stalling.
I don't know
think
what
I
I'm
need.
at.
What do I need? I need about 60.
Well, you need to do some shorts with them dogs or just videos on those dogs. That's what you need to do. But Teresa's been getting lots of
Followers from that?
follow, you know, I don't know about followers, but lots of views on Yarn's little thing. Oh, I'm up to 609.
What am I
6
up
shorts
to?
a day? Wow.
Who could tell me what I'm up to? Let's say. I'm not gonna get followers on my own channel. You guys are here because you subscribe to me. I'm assuming. I'm assuming it. 440. I see. I've lost one. Asking for followers made me lose a follower.
440, yeah.
I was 441 yesterday. So what happened?
I don't know, boo.
Oh well. Oh well. Why don't you? Okay, in everybody's spare time, sign up for 5 extra accounts
Right?
and help us. Help us out, man. No, that's what they don't want you to do. But you know, I don't know why they care. I don't know.
I'm gonna make Sean check his because Donna did, so that's 1. And if Sean does that's 2, then you should be just 1 away.
Look, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I might be the cream in someone's coffee. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, have fun, Jane. I wish I could be partying with you now.
Bye, Jane. Have
Take
fun.
care. Have fun.
All right. Woohoo.
I know.
Next time we see Jane, she'll be fully retired.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I see her on another platform occasionally. So
Yeah.
I'm going to open up my art supplies and I'm going to try to paint. And I do want to start crocheting, but I feel like every time I start something, I should like, I was going to try to learn musical. I was going to try to learn like some kind of, I can't even spit it out, like guitar or saxophone, harmonicas. But I feel like I will excel at.
If you go to our chat, you can just hit the
crafty things.
and everything.
I've already crocheted. I know how to do it. I just haven't done it in years.
I'm gonna go to the thing.
Yeah, let's go to the chat.
Wait, does Steph has a hole? What is that? That's an odd question.
No, it's only
the honey hole. I didn't read the whole sentence. That's dangerous. Or you go into your honey hole. I said she has a hole.
Who? Wait, what?
John asked what Steph.
You want to start a band?
If she was going to her hole, and I didn't read that it was the honey hole. And I go, I mean, she has a hole. She probably has more than one hole. And you know, a lot of her holes might be honey holes. I don't know. It's
Who?
no business. Stephanie.
Oh,
she's like,
that's right, John.
I have extra holes in my earlobe.
Oh, Sean was already subscribed to you, John.
No, just subscribe.
Oh, he just did. So that should put you 1 away.
Is he subscribed to me? Does he have more than one account? Ask.
Are you subscribed to Suzy Woozy?
No.
Oh,
Yes,
oh
he
no!
is.
Better.
He
Now
is.
subscribe.
Yay! Okay, so now I still need around what? I need 60, 59.
99, John.
Unsubscribe from you.
I know I'm digging a hole really
unsubscribed
deep,
from me.
Yeah, I reached my limit, so
deep
I
holes. I got a
You
lot of
reached your
holes
limit.
in my
You got a limit?
holes outside.
have to remove one.
Roxy likes digging holes deep.
Show
What?
Michael.
What did he just say?
He unsubscribed from me because he reached his limit. So he had to
What does that
unsubscribe.
mean? Reaching your
You don't
limit?
have limits.
There's no limits. There might be a limit for like in 1 minute.
He
Like
is, John.
subscribe. He's funny.
I reached my nerve limit.
He reached his nerve limit. I'm gonna show him when it's lunchtime. He gonna see who's nerve limit. He has limits in life, right?
His
Uh,
nerve.
I'm messing.
He's gonna say, "Yeah,
So
well,
I'm messing. I'm still subscribed. He went and fixed me some hot chocolate. He's so sweet.
I'm going to a town with restaurants later."
Ooh.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
first.
When I came back from the dentist yesterday, I was hungry, and I I said I'm willing to try Arby's again. And
Oh, I
he
love Arby's. You don't like Arby's?
said, what I had there, I didn't like. And Tony's sandwich was so salty. It was like, ugh.
Right, Jennifer? A town with restaurants. Wow.
But
We drink it all.
I didn't even sit down.
I wanted to try the regular roast beef sandwich, just the regular sandwich that they make. But you know,
I didn't even
they used to make fun
Wait,
on
put
TV
some
saying
more in there.
Arby's, we
Right.
legally have to
Hey,
close.
no, then it's gonna be. Let's stick it back in the microwave.
Christ.
He fixed me a half a cup of hot chocolate. It's gonna be too strong.
Yeah.
John, I get out. It's just I live.
It's really strong.
If you want to eat out on Sunday and Monday in my area, more than half of the stuff's closed. So you really could only do fast food.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the little hole in the wall mom and pops things here, they close at 2:00.
Okay, the one place that we kind of like that's around here closes at 2:00, and they call it dinner. And I'm like, who eats dinner at?
Well, you know why they do it here? A lot of the plants, the oil refinery, they do so much of a lunch business that they don't do like evening. And then they're closed on a weekend. So I know, right? I feel like they're my siblings sometimes. We fight so much.
I hear crying now outside the door. Guess who wants to come back in? This Norton dog.
So hot?
He's like, why are you
Thank you.
crying to come back in? Oh, you were just out.
Let me show everybody my koozie I made, although it's too big for this cup.
I'm gaining weight as I'm sitting here. What's going on? Oh,
Look at my cup koozie I crocheted.
it's cute.
Except it's too big. I need to cut the pattern down.
You don't measure.
See, now I would want on some of my cups, except you can't wash them then, but like I would like the handles to have a koozie because sometimes the ceramic part gets hot. Yeah, her cup was cold.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's supposed to keep them warm. I don't know. Keep it cold, keep it warm, whatever. I was just looking for something to make. But I think my hook was too big because it's too big. Because one lady said she added 10 more rows for a bigger cup. Well, damn, that fits on a big, huge cup.
Imagine this size. Wow.
Well, I could just make it longer this way.
Well, this has a koozie kind of thing on it anyway.
You think, Debbie? It could.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I think the germs could get through, but you could maybe
I think so, through the little holes.
yeah,
I'd have to put a liner in it.
I think so. Well, do you remember the first, like when COVID first came out and people were like, I don't know, I don't have a mask. And when I saw this video of a lady who took a bra cup and she put it over her face, and then somebody said you can make one out of a coffee filter and put like staple rubber bands to it. I did that. It made my ears like come forward so much. It hurt. But I must look like such a like a weirdo. It was hard to be in the beginning. Face masks seemed like really odd. But when
yeah, maybe.
But when I heard about, people in my neighborhood becoming unalive, I decided I'm going to wear one.
Me either, Ashley. It makes my glasses fog. I bought the expensive stuff from the eye place, and then I lost it. So
My glasses fog up too. And it's really, I still wear a mask when I vacuum because I'm allergic to dust. So, and then it's like a double-edged sword. You need to get rid of the dust, but when you're getting rid of the dust, you're getting sick. So you can't have dust. Anyway, I can't win.
yeah, I told my mom she needs to start wearing a mask.
Oh my gosh, this dog is crying.
when
What
she
is-
goes.
Are you gone? Good. I don't mean good. I mean like he turned the TV off. I'm gonna keep he's crying because my husband's probably like in the basement doing something. Maybe.
Yeah. Now Haley has a problem because of her asthma wearing a mask.
Here, come and play in here now. Yes.
Hey, Cheryl Bajanjum. I can never say that right, but hello.
Bajanja. Bajanja. Hi, Cheryl.
You too,
Happy
Cheryl.
Christmas. Enjoy your holidays.
Yeah, definitely.
Hanukkah is on Christmas Day, actually. It starts, just so you know. Not that I'm lighting any kind of candles,
Well,
but
happy Hanukkah, Suzy.
thank you. I don't really. It's okay. I'll celebrate any Hanukkah, any gift giving holiday. I'm okay.
It's Bajan Gem, like Cajun.
No,
Cajun.
it's like Cajun Bajan. Yes, and I was always saying it wrong to be funny, but I don't know. Funny, you probably insulted deep down. I don't know. I'm sorry. No. Cajun Bajan. Bonjour. Bajan like the Cajun. So, have fun. Is anybody? Christmas was like more fun when I was a kid.
Well, of course it was.
Yeah. So we're happy Hanukkah too. And whatever people want to celebrate. Happy New Year, I don't know. Is Kwanzaa around the same time usually? There's other holidays. Anyway, it was so much, but it was fun. Like when my friend would, some of my friends would get like a fresh Christmas tree, like that smelled like pine needles, like a tree.
What was that?
And we would decorate it. And it was just nice.
Don't say it like that.
And her mom used to, we would put all the.
I'm like, what was that? He goes, a bowl.
Oh, okay. Tony is so weird about Christmas. Like in his house over the years, he had a symbolic Christmas tree that was made out of hoops. He had a hula hoop, and then he had like ribbons that attached the hula hoop to like a point up at top. And he goes, that's my Christmas tree. And I'm like, that's lame. I'm sorry. I don't want to be able to stand in the middle of your hoopy Christmas tree.
She said it's after Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Oh, okay. I guess Hanukkah this year is too. So but he puts Christmas lights all over the yard. We actually have a lot. He had 3 acres to string Christmas lights all around. Apparently the neighbors called each other and said, did you see the lights? And someone was like, no. Of course I saw the lights. How could I not see those lights? Anyway, it was a lot of lights my husband had. He will make a video of it, although he might be going to New Jersey without me. Why?
Maybe he'll leave while you're at the dentist.
No.
You get
I
home,
have-
he'll be gone.
His car's in the shop, and we drove by the shop yesterday, and his car was in the same parking spot. I said, I don't think they worked on your car. And he said, I don't think so either. He paid a lot of money to get that car fixed. They better make it right.
Jennifer, I think you should come on and sing it.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz. I don't want to get like my thing taken away. Prospero año y felicidades is what it's spelled like. Anyway.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Huh?
They just say felicidades. It means like Happy New Year. Prospero año. Have a financially prosperous year. I could speak Spanish with a Valley Girl accent. Al's brother used to crack up. ¿Cómo estás, Dad? Muy bien, gracias.
I want to learn French. I mean, I do. I have, I did the, what is you call it? What was that one? Rosetta Stone.
No?
Yeah.
So, je m'appelle Suzy?
Yeah.
How do they don't say como se llama?
Comment ça?
How do I say what's your name? Is in French.
I forget.
What?
I know je m'appelle Suzy.
Je m'appelle. My brother, not my brother. My father used to say Jim Apple because it's je m'appelle. Jim Apple. Mi amor. Hola. Anyway. So when they say, there was another phrase for I love you, te amo, but in French.
It's Beaux Appels. Appels?
Appel. Je m'appelle. It's something else. How about learning Welsh? Huh.
Yeah.
You want to learn Vietnamese? What is this? Comment allez-vous? Je suis bien. Allez-vous? Je appelle. I don't like French because some of the letters are not pronounced, and it's really hard to figure it out.
It is, and a lot of it's like reversed.
Oh, you mean like the grammar? Because like they put the subjects after or before. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know in Spanish they do that too. Anyway, I know like one or two words in lots of languages. It's enough to kind of get me all screwed up. I could ask questions in Spanish. I studied Spanish. I used to say, yo estudio español por 5 años y yo no recuerdo nada. And I can ask a question, and when people answer me, and I'm like, oh, I don't understand you.
I don't know. I don't think so, Scarlett. You want to learn Vietnamese? Cool.
Welsh has words that have like 27 letters. So it's really hard. Don't you have like the longest
Welsh, Scarlett?
the longest word town in the world? There's a town in Wales that's like.
And what is that guy, Jennifer? Oh, okay, cool.
Who does this? Oh, this guy. Oh, is that the guy who learned like all the Asian languages? And I think he has an Asian wife now. And he speaks really, he knows like Chinese and Vietnamese and all those. He speaks it perfectly, apparently. He shocks them. I watched him a lot. Because he'll just walk up to people and say, hey, I need some lunch. Would you feed me, kind of thing? And people, or he's like, I'm going to look for a guy who supposedly hasn't eaten food for like 15 years. Let's find him. Strange. Oh, you should definitely watch that guy. Oh, now he's married with kids. Okay. I knew him. I watched him years ago before he had the kids. My dog is laying down behind me. Just
Oh
so
well, he got tired of going out and fussing.
yeah, he was upset. Oh, he's learned other. Some people have a big knack for that. I feel if you catch a kid before puberty or very young, they can pick up languages really well. But like something about like if you hear someone with a strong accent, it means that but they speak English fine. It's usually that they came here after puberty because there's something called the critical period for language acquisition, and it's before you go through your adult changes.
Mhm.
So he does look young. Jennifer, how do you have time to watch everybody and watch that too? She probably doesn't sleep at all, ever. I don't know.
I'm about to die.
He does.
I know, right?
It is amazing.
Some people are just gifted that way.
Yeah. When I used to go to Canada, French Canada a lot, and I learned the words for the proteins that I would see on the menu. But one day I knew the word for cow and veal maybe, and I was saying, "What's that?" I used to ask my friend like, "What's that dish?" And he said something like, "It's veal brains," and I'm like, "Oh wow, I didn't think it was that." And I'm like, "I'm glad I didn't order that." But one
Really?
time, like they have like words like toast and butter in French sounds a lot more tasty than toast and butter in English. I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't been watching them about TV either.
I don't have TV here, so I mean, but we have. What do you go like? What are those like Netflix ish?
Yeah. Well, we have
Yeah.
Netflix and Hulu. We still have our Hulu.
Okay, the cow trimming hoof guy. I
That's
watched
very satisfying.
that comes into my like shorts feed, and so does like all you have to do is I think I'm talking to you about pimple popping, and when I get off, they'll be like, "Ew!" Like
I know.
I mean, sometimes they'll say this was the biggest boil I ever cut into, and then it's like just out of curiosity, and then when you see him, almost have to like get a
Yes,
sauce.
that's him. But there's some fake ones too on there. But that guy, I like him. And then there's this chick that she shears the sheep and the
Okay.
llamas. I like her.
I've been watching people who are small scale farmers now because I want to learn how to how to do it right. Because do you know that there's like sister crops and there's crops that you shouldn't plant next to other? Well, I didn't know that. You should know that if you have a farm. Like
Yes,
don't
Jennifer.
plant. Like don't plant. You don't plant sunflowers in the middle of your farm bed. You plant them on the edge of your property so that some invasive species don't come in. Anyway, I didn't know that till just last week.
Huh.
Yep. The roots send out these like chemicals that impede some plants from growing. And you don't want that to happen. Well, I dug up my dahlia bulbs and I watched a lot of videos about that, but I put them in a crawl space in my basement and I haven't peeked at them. For all I know, they're dead. I hope they're not. I hope they're fine.
Okay.
So they have learned Welsh. Yeah, I'm not going to ever
I'll
try
have to check that out, Debbie.
baby sheep. Did you ever see baby goats when they run around and then they go sideways, hopping around? They're fun to watch. Meh. Anyway, I heard that these sheep, they must bring around I don't know if there's any males in that flock that is next to where I live, but they do. Supposedly, they have babies in the spring, and people like to watch. They come by to take photographs.
There's this one
Oh.
lady who has this big building with all her sheep, and she helps, like, she does videos on like birthing season or whatever they call it, but lambing during lambing. And
I want to tell a story.
tell a story.
They're so cute, though. They're really cute. Go look at them. They're right cute. But when it started to snow the other day, we were driving, and somebody let their horse out of their barn, and the horse started jumping and doing kicks and like was running around so happy. It was so cute to watch. I was like, oh, I wish I could stop and film this, because it was like really fun. I go, this horse is acting like a dog playing in the snow.
Aw,
It's cute.
that is cute.
They really like it. Actually, my cousin has horses, and she filmed her horses in the snow once, and I like that. You know,
What are you looking at?
me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking past at the field with the sheep, and then I turned my head to see if the dog was still there. That's what I was looking at. The dog is still here.
Hey,
And now-
nostalgic picker.
My nostalgia picker. Good morning, y'all. Well, I can't see the sheep anymore. They went away. The sheep went away. As a matter of fact, I'm looking this way, and I usually see a lot of animals. I see no animals at all. I wonder what happened. Where'd they all go?
Maybe they're cold
I don't know. Well,
and they're in the barn.
there's no barn for the sheep. The sheep don't have a barn. They just live out there. There's a little hut in the corner. And when they're cold, they all just like kind of lay next to each other.
Mhm.
But the Amish woman who owns that land, her and her husband, she said if we built on it, the taxes would go up a lot. So they don't build. A lot of the Amish people, they don't consider animals pets like we would. Like if I had a sheep, I would name it. They would never name it. If I had chickens, they would get names. It's hard to eat a chicken with a name.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is Matilda. She's a little stringy. I don't know. Like, what would you?
Right.
Oh, Gertrude's really tough. Yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. I mean, it could happen if there was ever like a real issue with supply chain. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
I would not eat any of the animals that have names. So
I'm trying to see.
now,
Did John make it over?
you watch
Did he-
one home. I watch a few. There's a woman who was like, she moved to a bigger property and she plants a vegetable patch and an herb patch, and she tries to preserve her, onions and potatoes and garlic for like the whole year. And she's trying to live off of her land as much as possible. And it's a lot of work. And my Amish neighbor, who is younger than me, said, maybe you're at an age where you don't want to be farming at this point. And I said, she's right. But, we still want to have a couple tomato plants,
Right.
It would be nice to have some veggies. And, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a few blueberries with our 70 blueberries.
That'll be nice.
It'll be nice. I might not think that picking them in the hot sun is so nice, but,
Right.
we're going to have to compete with animals and birds, but hopefully, my dogs eat blueberries every day. So I give them some blueberries
Okay.
for antioxidants. So I'd like to at least pick enough that they could have blueberries.
Let me tell him I'm live. Hello. Hey,
Hello.
I'm live. All right, I'll call you back when I get out. All right, bye. That is the second time he calls, and he knows I'm live. What is wrong with that kid?
Oh, Angie, they named the cow. See, I thought like maybe if we had a dairy cow, and I heard if you get like a brown cow, they have less lactose, then the protein in their milk is more easily digestible than the black and white cow.
These kids.
What was that noise?
Somebody peeling out. These crazy kids next door at the school.
Oh. Oh, that's a
Oh
shame.
no.
Nothing's probably better than a farm raised steak. It's probably way better than the stuff in the store. I hope.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, once you name it, if like Flossie, Betsy, something.
Flossie.
I don't know.
Woohoo, John. Congratulations. 102.
Woohoo! See, you're doing better than me. I'm losing. The more I talk, the more people are leaving. It's like, oh well.
Jennifer said all the homestead channels name their food.
Oh, they
don't
do.
know.
But
I don't
are
know
they
if you name it and then
eating the
eat it.
food,
I
or
like to watch those it's this man and his daughter and son, and they go and they help people who do homesteading who are like failing at it.
they were on HGTV, right?
Yeah, I think so. I see
Yeah.
them every now and again.
I
She said refresh, Susie.
I should refresh.
Yeah,
Why?
because you're at, oh wait, I didn't refresh.
442.
Woohoo!
Thanks.
You go, girl.
So
Homestead Rescue, yes.
who
I
came to
love
my
that show.
live and then maybe they just saw a live and they said, "Oh, this girl's begging for subscribers. Let's help her out." This girl. Aren't I generous with calling me a girl?
You're a
I feel like
girl.
spiritual boy, I'm a girl, but I'm no girl. I don't want to know what they call people now on the internet. Like they say boomer. You're such a boomer. And like it's an insult. And I'm like, I can't help when I was born. It's like
Right. But
And
it's like we're that last year.
yeah, really. It's the very
Uh,
tail end of the booming.
yes.
And boomer. Oh, and when they go, oh yeah, she's such a Karen boomer. I'm like, stop it, man. You're turning me into that Karen
Right.
boomer.
No,
I mean,
you're not.
I don't even know what the next generation. I'm thinking, you guys who are calling us boomers as an insult, we're like, we birthed you. Shut up. Like, are booming. If it wasn't
Right.
for a booming, you wouldn't be here. You'd be a boomer basher.
A boomer basher. There you go.
Dumbasses. Anyway, sorry. Sorry if I offended anybody. Boomer Karen. Just made a sale. Congratulations.
Nice. I did too last night. I sold a $25 set of salt and pepper shakers.
Norton, why are you crying so much? You have to stop crying. This is not a good way to be. It sounds like I'm beating you.
What time do you have to go to the dentist?
I probably have to leave at around 1:00. What time is it? It's 11:30.
11:30 for you.
But I mean, I should probably eat before I go because if they start making my mouth numb,
Right.
it is less pleasant to eat.
Yeah,
and
eating with a numb mouth can get you some yeah. You ever watch that lady? She's a Gen X and she's so funny. And she usually has purple and different color hair. She is a trip.
Is she really skinny? The one with the purple hair? Does she have like a short hair, like kind of like your haircut now? Yeah. She is funny.
You
Oh, man.
have an operator answer all your calls now. Who?
Who? Oh, your son.
Oh,
He,
him?
is he wearing a headset so he looks like? Can I
Yeah,
take
no, he's doing that so he can play
your-
without making noise while we're on live.
Can I take your order? Do you want fries with that? No, he's.
Right. Glenn says hi.
Hello.
My own personal secretary. He made me a cup of hot chocolate just now, so that was nice. Yep, that's my youngest, Glenn.
When we were, I don't know why I wanted to say this, but do you know how people are? Do you ever go to Lowe's and people take their dogs into the Lowe's here in this area?
They take their dogs everywhere here.
And people complain about like, oh, when a dog's in a shopping cart, that's so disgusting. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I don't understand it. Well, they don't have animals, that's why. But anyway,
This
when
lady.
we were moving our
Her.
internet to here.
Oh,
Yes,
her.
yes, I've seen her before.
Oh,
She's funny.
she is funny.
I took Norton into the Xfinity store because I had no way to not take him in. It was like 100 degrees and I couldn't leave him in the car. So he came in with me and I made him sit down and he was good. And then people actually said, bye, doggy, to the dog when I was leaving. But I think it gave people that were waiting in line something to do. Watch the dog.
Yeah,
So,
that's it. When my mama had Cooper, she took that dog everywhere.
well, I agree, Glenn. Some of the kids are pretty. I'm not saying they're dirty on purpose, but things happen. You know what they say about the sugar honey iced tea happens. Sometimes things drip out of kids you don't want dripping out. I mean, I used to go take the dog to training at PetSmart. And yeah, they would say, yeah, we have a code 2 in aisle 4. And, everybody knew what code 2 was. Code 1.
That's too funny.
And sometimes when we were waiting for shots, and then I'm talking to somebody, the dog's behind me, and then people are tapping me, your dog's peeing. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll get some towels. They're prepared. They have like a little area where they have like towels and a basket that you could pick up. A lot of people don't, but
My dogs bark too much. Well,
Roxy does. And I can't bring Roxy into stores. If she sees another dog, she goes. She's crazy. I don't trust her. I bring her into the vet clinics when we get shots. I'll bring him to those Vetco at Petco. Petco has a Vetco. I'll bring him to the clinics, cut out the middleman, only pay for the shots and the disposal fees. I'm good with that. Well, when you shake the hand of your vet in my old neighborhood, it would be like an extra. It started out $50. Then it was like 75. Then it was like 100. I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah.
Every time you go to the vet, it's like over $200. A lot of money. Everybody's saying that.
Mine both have to go to the groomer, so that's going to be like 150.
Well, Norton really needs to be groomed. He needs like a pedicure for sure. Like he's got like Grinch feet and it's got like that. The hair on this dog's feet is like, it's kind of funny to see. Norton, come here. Come on, buddy. We're going to show people your Grinch feet. Let's see. Come here. Show. Oh, can you see? I don't even know where the camera is.
He trim his hair, his foot hair.
he's got, and then on the bottoms, can you here, can you see all of this? Which
You need to trim it.
is disgusting. There's so much hair on your feet. Get the hairy feet. This one, she's got a lot of hairs too. Oh, you got the hair feet. You do. Yes.
I just
It's like
clipped all the hair on the
you could like
her
braid them.
feet.
They're so long. The hairy feet.
Jennifer said they don't look green to her.
Yeah, well, that's what people call it, Grinch feet, when they got the toes. And if you brush it this way, and it stands up, I can sometimes like trim it a little, but his toenails are long too. He doesn't like when I do it. And honestly, I need like super sharp toenail clips. They don't sell them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've tried several pairs. It's like I want some. I mean, I would like some really sharp ones. Roxy's toenails are smaller. His are huge. I would need. I don't know. They don't have like bear size ones, but
Mm-hmm. They have big ones.
I need the big ones. And I always, when I do it, I always grab like this part of my finger in between the two handles, and it's like I pinch myself, and it's like bleeding under there. Dollar Tree doesn't have them to me. That would work for me. Maybe the Chihuahua, it would work. Those
Maybe I can get one there for Precious.
probably. Maybe
Because I have one. I just don't know where it's at.
they have this Bansect brand like flea tick stuff for up to 33 pounds at Dollar Tree. And I'm not saying to use it. You know, there's side effects on anything you put on your dog. But in a pinch, I'd rather pay $1.25 than nothing. I mean, than have nothing on them.
Right.
I would rather not put anything on my dogs. But Norton had 2 ticks on his head recently. Like in the summer, it didn't happen. It's happening now. They're just cold. So, well, I haven't seen a toenail clipper at the Dollar Tree near here. I
don't remember seeing one either, but I'm gonna check today.
I know they have like some, like they have the cat poop sifters and some cheap toys, but some of their toys, let me tell you, one of the dogs ripped open one of the toys that they had from China, and they just put trash in as stuffing. And there was like even a cigarette in there. Like, come on. It's like, what are you just dumping?
You said she used the Dollar Tree nail clippers on her pit bull.
I saw that. Anyway. Yeah.
I have to go shopping for.
We bought cheap Dollar Tree stuff, like occasionally, you know, for things we think like we're not going to use that much. But I broke down and bought a nonstick pan, and it says to only use nylon or silicone or wood. You like in there, and so I bought I guess a spatula flipper, something. Oh, that reminds me. And then my husband was like, he was like, so this is what we're down to, shopping at the Dollar Tree for our, and I'm like, why not?
I bought some sherbet from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Girl, it was good.
They used to have spring rolls for the $1.25.
Yeah, Sean used to eat them. He don't eat them no more.
I didn't see
used to buy those rolls. Like they were like egg rolls. They had a lobster and they had a shrimp roll. He used to like those.
I haven't seen things like that, but
now he's too bougie to eat that. So
I used to make protein shakes, and I would buy the Dollar Tree fruit to blend. Whatever. It was good enough. The stuff we buy at Walmart, if you want the best blueberries, there's like Wyman brand frozen blueberries. They smell like real fresh blueberries when you open it. But it's also like the bag it's like nearly $15 for the big bag. It's it's like an investment.
Yeah, I don't like blueberries that much.
It's a lot of money. So anyway, it's getting late.
Oh, I have to go to Walmart to get rum cake supplies. So I gotta go do that.
I was wondering what my husband was doing.
A little spy.
Well, I know, I have a feeling I know what he's going to be doing. Anyway, I feel like I'm the one now that has to figure out food for us. Because
No, I don't even know what we're doing.
if my husband is cooking, I'll put the quotations for cooking. He's like, "Want frozen pizza?" I'm like, okay, because he knows how to make it.
Right. That sounds good. Pizza sounds good.
It's not that hard. I ordered something on Black Friday and they brought it to the car. I didn't have to go in and deal with the hordes of crazy, we ended up going inside anyway. But, if you have like a big heavy thing, and they actually called me and they said, "Can you pull over closer to the door?" And I'm like, okay.
Scarlett says Dollar Tree is called Poundland there.
Poundland.
So he can turn the oven on.
Yeah.
Can turn on the oven?
Yeah, you can turn it on. He sometimes doesn't turn it off. But
Hey,
yeah.
Elizabeth. Yeah, Walmart delivery, I guess it rocks. I don't know.
I
get mad though because they have taken all the handicap spots for 1 million pickup spots at Walmart.
I feel bad making somebody deliver here though, because we're like kind of 5-6 miles from the road. Like, we're out of town,
Mm-hmm.
Because I was listening to the nav yesterday say drive 3/4 of a mile, and that's basically to the cows, and then drive another 4 miles. That's to to the highway.
Wow.
Man, it's a lot of.
I refuse. I'm not paying Walmart $25 a month to do the delivery. I'm too cheap.
I want to tell you though, my neighbors used to do that especially during COVID, and she said, "We're saving money," and I go, "Why?" Impulse shopping.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
We're putting in our order. They're coming. And then, she goes, when I go around and I see this, that, and the other, it's like I spent an extra $100.
True. That's
okay.
True. I guess if you look at it that way.
Yeah. But like I'll always like I know I need vanilla and I need more parchment paper. So, but I'll forget that. I'll go to the store, I'll buy everything else that I didn't intend to buy. Mm-hmm. And then I end up even without the thing I went in for.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
It's not like I'm going to make a list and read it. I'll make a list and I put it down and I don't bring it either. So, yeah, I'm not. They were having a half price sale on it during that Cyber Week, Black Friday. I bet it goes on sale from time to time. Actually, the Sam's Club had a $20 membership, and I was tempted, but it's so far away. It's almost like I have to drive like 35 to 40 minutes just to get there. It feels like a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. That was the booth. Somebody wants to buy 3 of something and wants a discount.
And what do you say? Yes?
I just go at 10%. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. But what was
things are not that expensive anyway, and they're very old. So.
But if you think that it's just, at least it's leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're no longer responsible. Is it something breakable? That would be a consideration for me. If someone will buy something that's breakable, as long as I'm making money on it, I would probably be happy.
Yeah. I mean, I usually give them a discount, but lately I've just been telling her 10% is fine. Except these two little ladies that go there all the time and always looking for something. Always.
Looking for something off or for something
Yes.
about.
Always. What are you looking at?
It looks like I have an extra eyebrow because I'm so like blurry. So I'm touching to see like, is that my real eyebrow? Is it like?
Yeah, it's your real eyebrow.
I'm like a.
You don't have two.
Should I say that I have double vision if I'm not driving? So I say to my husband,
Here.
I need for you to look right because I have like whiplash and I can't. I can't turn my head. And he's like, you shouldn't be driving if you can't turn your head. And I'm
I
like,
can't turn my head either since my fusion.
I pretty much can drive, like 90% of the time you don't really turn your head.
No, I mean, I have to turn my whole body. I can't.
And then, okay, my car has like a blind spot light, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other, what do they call it? Side view mirror thing. It's too far back for me to really utilize. I wish it was like, I wish you could move it forward about 4 inches. I can't turn my head enough to see it that well. So I could see the one on the left.
The light?
The side view mirror. I'm just saying, it's, if I was doing like a design for me, maybe it's like people have their seat back farther, it'd be better.
Elizabeth. She could never be a live seller. She has a limit on how many people she could be nice to in a day. I hear that sometimes.
Well, I get that, but you pretend it's one person, that's all. And unless you have a limit on the time that you can be nice, and then you might be out of.
You try. That's all you can do.
I feel like my husband isn't always like, I think he doesn't really say the things like when people say thank you so much, have a nice day, happy, like he'll leave and I'll be like, thank you, have a nice holiday, thank you so much. I'm always like overcompensating. At the toll booths I'm saying thank you,
and he's going
because they did their job. I'm like, but they said, have a nice day. You say it back. I don't know. Thanks. At least say thanks.
I know the doctor I went to yesterday, it says, our staff is nice to you. Please be nice to our staff.
Be right back. I need the ladies' big eyes. Why? Do you usually use the men's? What's going on? Why is it big eyes?
She's got to pee.
But why doesn't it big eyes? I'll be like, I don't care. I'll tell you I have to pee if I have to pee. I mean, am I going to pee in my pants? I'd rather go in the bathroom. Oh, so Jennifer's saying, yup, like she uses the men's room?
I don't think that's what that yup means.
Okay. My dog is under the table I'm using, looking out the window.
I was laughing at you.
If I have to go to the bathroom and the ladies is locked and the men's room, if it's like a one at a time kind of one, I'll use it. I don't care. I should say, well, I was biologically born. I don't know. Should I say that? I'm really a man. I just say, any port in a storm, I gotta go. I once worked in a restaurant.
You gotta go.
And we had a man's and a ladies, and there were like stalls, and there was like the front, and the restaurant wasn't open yet. So I went in the men's room because the women's room was being cleaned. And all of a sudden, somebody comes in and he starts peeing at the urinal, and I'm like in the stall, and I'm like, I say out loud, this is very awkward, but I'm in here in the stall. So let me know when you finish up. And I'm like, and I go, and I'm gonna run out with my hand over
Jennifer
my
goes,
face.
"You're really a man? Never knew that, Suzy."
I'd be like, I don't want to make eye contact with you.
Let me out of here. I'll wash my hands later.
Oh man. Yeah. And he was laughing hard. He thought that was really funny. I've accidentally done it, but I was doing it on purpose. I'll do it on purpose. If my husband's around, I'll say, guard the door. Don't let anybody come in.
Yeah, if you got somebody to watch for you, but
But
not by
it is
just, I
pretty-
wouldn't do it if I was alone
Pretty
because you have
awkward.
nobody as a watch for you.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
What threw you off, Jennifer? The urinals?
I said I worked in a restaurant and it had a man's room and a ladies' room, and the ladies' room was being cleaned. So I went into the men's room. It wasn't open yet, but a guy came in and he started using the urinal while I was in the stall. So.
Oh, at least he was coming in when you were going out. Hey, Purple, hadn't seen you in a while.
Hey, Purple.
You were like, oh, huh? My bad.
It's like, yeah, I don't want to see something.
When Haley was little, she had real short hair and she had a t-shirt on and jeans. And she went to the bathroom. We were at a restaurant, but I had a view of the bathrooms. And this guy goes, "No, you're going in the wrong one."
Aww.
Putting her and she goes, "I'm a girl." It's like,
when I was in high school, I got a haircut like your length, and people used to say to me, "Oh, the boys is over there," or
right.
like men's section,
Right.
and I'd be like, I would roll my eyes, and I said to my mother, "I am buying mascara and getting my ears pierced today." And she's like, so I got earrings. I started wearing earrings, and somehow they were
Right.
People were like thinking.
Yep. Congratulations, John. You're over the 100.
Oh yeah, congratulations, John. So that's when I got my ears pierced, when I had a haircut like yours. And I thought, this is gonna make me look like a girl. These earrings. Now
Right.
ain't gonna change.
Oh no.
That's bad. That's bad. Having that anywhere is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
that's cool, John.
the one thing that's really interesting about Pennsylvania over New Jersey, I feel, is that people are way cooler about using restrooms in places, like in general. Like, it always seemed like they'll have signs in New Jersey, like for customers only, for customers. It's like, come on. And in New York, it's like police state. Like, they'll be like, don't even think about asking to use the restroom. It's not for, or you have to buy stuff. So like, we would always know in every, in every place, like, oh, I'll get $1 water, or I'll get like a pack of gum just to use the bathroom.
Right. No, we were talking about the different sexes going in the wrong bathroom by accident.
Yeah, you shouldn't really assume. I really thought I saw a man walk. I mean, a very like 6'5" person, short hair, man's clothes, walked into the ladies' room. I was convinced from the back that was a man. But I didn't hear anybody scream, and I didn't hear anybody say anything. So I go, guess I was wrong. Women come in all shapes and sizes. Okay, so
Elizabeth said, I'm not at my limit yet, so I'll be nice and subscribe.
thank
Yeah.
your son had his limit already. He said.
You missed the story of Suzy going into the men's room, John.
Well, there's vending machines in.
There were vending machines.
There were vending machines in the ladies too, and some of the stuff that they sell in those vending machines is very interesting. It's
right.
not.
But no, he said he went in the women's room when he was a young kid.
Oh, you mean like the
like the tampons and the
Yeah.
pads. And,
Now they sell safe sex items,
yeah.
I'd say.
I
And
haven't seen
maybe,
a vending in the bathroom at all. All right, Debbie.
all right, Debbie. Seriously, they had, well, maybe it was in Tennessee, but when we were driving in the South, they had ones. And I mean, they didn't just have, they had tampons, pads, and they had condoms, and they had other things. I'm not even going to say what it was. It's weird. And I'm like, okay. And I said to my husband, I go, did they have a full vending machine in yours? And he's like, yeah. I go, I was like, yeah. I'm like, I never saw that before. And then I just was amazed that they were selling wine at the gas station. And I'm like, do
Yeah,
they
I haven't
sell,
seen
like,
one
beer?
in the bathroom, in a public bathroom in a long, I mean, God, I can't tell you the last time I saw one.
That's true. Around, they don't have the tampon machines around. Interesting. No time. Where is my? Is my husband your daddy outside? Well, my husband. Did you hear about how there's like all these drones in New Jersey
Mm-hmm.
and Pennsylvania and New York now? If you go on Amazon and you look at the fancy drones, it says 5,000 sold this month, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. I mean, everybody's buying drones all of a sudden. So people are trying to fly them. But when they were, if you go on YouTube, they had videos on like the drone thing, and
Yeah.
was saying, look at this drone I see. And we're looking at it. And both of us, we say, well, that's a plane. Can't they see the wings? It's a plane. And then
Right.
another guy, like, look at that drone. And we're like, that's Venus, the planet Venus. So people have no idea about what a lot of things are up in the sky. But yes, there are a lot of drones. And the people that know what they look like.
Right.
And then one guy was saying, if you buy a big drone,
Hey, Constance.
hi Constance, they have to be, is it called FAA? Is that the
Mhm.
Federal Aeronautical Administration? They have to be compliant with the right kind of license.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I someone said that they saw them coming out of the ocean
Oh, please.
and that they're doing surveillance. And yeah, right. Well, it was New York, and it was really New Jersey where the most drones were. And then people are saying, this was the thing that got me. All right. They're saying, we don't know what it is, but it's not a threat. Now, you can't make that statement. You have to say, we know what it is. It's not a threat. Or we
Right.
don't know what it is, period. But if you don't know what something is, you can't say it's not a threat.
Right.
It's probably not a threat. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You either know what it is.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, that statement alone is just an annoying statement to me. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They're like, oh, it's alien. And I'm like, is it really? If you really think it's aliens, why would they pick New Jersey? This world has a lot of places to be. New Jersey's not the one you really would pick.
Right.
I don't think I would pick more like, maybe Tahiti. I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy.
It is
So
crazy.
crazy.
Maybe I'd pick Arizona and look around. I don't know. I wouldn't pick New Jersey.
All right, John.
Good for you, John.
Yeah. Awesome. I think Stephanie got her adult children to subscribe to you too.
Oh, Stephanie. Can you get him to subscribe? Oh, did she get him to just subscribe to me? Is that why I got a couple?
I think so.
Yay.
She said they like New Jersey accent.
Okay. Yeah. There is a Jersey accent because I'm looking around. When I was dating before I met Tony, I dated a guy who was from Central New Jersey. And he had, he sounded like he had an accent. And then I met Tony and he had the same accent. And I'm like, oh, there really is a Jersey accent. And he said, well, didn't you ever hear like Frank Sinatra? He had an accent, but Frank Sinatra was from Hoboken, and they sound like they're from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think a lot of people are filming Christmas lights. I think a lot of people are just trying out their drones. I think a lot.
Well, and I think they sold a lot because people are getting them for Christmas gifts. You
Right.
know?
And if they have night vision, they're checking out the Christmas lights. Or, but someone was like, oh, they're as big as cars and they're hovering over yards. And I'm like, they're hovering over yards because the kids are playing with them in their yards. And even if the kids are like 17 or 20, they're still, that's what they're
Right.
doing. I mean, are they spying in people's bedrooms? Maybe, perhaps, because they're jerks. But, it's maybe they're, but like, okay, my husband has a theory. I don't know if I should say it, but, if they start changing rules about drones, it's going to be dangerous, I feel. He said,
True. That's true, Constance. They do think we're crazy.
I think he said people should, you can't shoot them down, but he said there's no rule about paintball.
Paintball.
He said if somebody comes by your house to peep in your windows with a John, he goes, shoot him with a paintball gun. And then
Right.
it'll teach him a lesson. I don't know if
That's
that's illegal though. And if it's illegal, don't do it. I'm just saying. Get a rubber band.
Is your husband cooking? Do I hear pots and pans?
Yeah. His like he doesn't like the way I load the dishwasher. So he takes it upon himself to do it. And he says it makes him very aggravated to see that I actually follow the instructions from the manufacturer and all the dishes have to face the inside. See, so he just has them facing the outside and he likes that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
So you said like pick your battles.
Yep.
And I said, you know what? Do it wrong. That's what you want to do.
Yep. They used to say put a fence around our little town because we were all crazy. So,
Okay. Yeah, that too. But let me see. I don't see any of that going on. I wonder what we're gonna do. I could eat lunch out.
there you go. Is
I
it
won't
going
be
with you?
Yeah.
Well, then y'all make a lunch out of
Yeah,
it.
John, that's kind of true. I did that.
Y'all ought to leave early so you can have lunch before.
I did it once before in a relationship. I made eggs and I put cumin in the eggs because I lived with this vegetarian and she put cumin in everything. So the guy that I was living with at the time, he said, I didn't know we were having Indian food. And then he said, let me cook from now on. And then he did. He cooked from then on. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, the dishwasher thing.
I have a dishwasher. His name is Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to have a dishwasher in the new house. So that'll be nice.
It is nice. I mean, if you're used to hand washing certain things, you should stay hand washing them.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things come out better, I feel, if you just wash them. Like if you have like a big pot, you can't really fit it in the dishwasher.
Right.
And you might as well just
all my pots are big because we so
all
many.
That kind of stuff. I mean, and I don't know, if you don't if you eat anything that has like oils or grease in it, if you don't kind of wash that off, it's not going to come off in the dishwasher. So I'm pre-washing so carefully. Right. It's like, just put it in the strainer.
I'm saying, if I got to pre-wash it, I might as well just wash it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's what you do. So if I'm going to take a sponge with like what is it? Dawn. So I use Dawn actually. So I'm using Dawn soap and a sponge. I'm cleaning it in hot water. It's clean.
Right.
That's how we used to do it for the first, 40 something years of my life.
Exactly. I'm not gonna wash it and then pay to run a dishwasher to rewash it.
Oh no. The cast iron does not.
Oh my God,
read,
who would do that?
you're not supposed to even put soap in it, but like
No.
sometimes we feel like we got to put a little soap in it.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to scrub them or anything.
I know, but then like sometimes when you're cooking, like if you've cooked fish in it and then you're making something like not fish, it tastes a little bit, I don't know. You need to have something to clean it. There's certain things that you don't want to transfer. Like if you're making pancakes, you don't want them to taste maybe like fish or,
Right.
but
Yeah, you
for the
can just
most
wash
part,
some
if you're
hot
making
water
a
and wipe it
hamburger
clean.
and then you're making a steak and you're like, there's just so much you want to clean off.
Right. That's right, Constance. Down the bayou.
There's an Asian guy who talks about how to clean your metal cookware, and he was going over it, like how you can use, like there's just so, and how to reseason the pans too. So he says if you go too far with your cleaning, you could reseason it. And he was saying like you could put oil, put it on the thing, you could put a cookie dish under it and just let it like sink in, and it's. But if when they're seasoned, and it's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cast iron pan. They're the best. Like if you want almost like it tastes like cooking on a grill. Almost like you get a nice brown on your meat.
I like
You're gonna
doing
eat
a
the meat.
London brawl on a cast iron.
Me too. And a hamburger's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I want my cast iron pan. I'm gonna bring a crappy skillet to Jersey and get my cast iron here.
There you go.
Because
Yeah.
we're here like 90% of the time now. Pretty much. Lately.
Well, that's good.
Well, I don't know how many ounces this thing is.
Is that coffee you still drinking?
It's about 3 cups of liquid in here. So if I'm drinking that, I'm going to probably be peeing all afternoon. All I'm going to say.
Yep. The older the better, John.
There's one brand that people charge an arm and a leg for. I don't remember the name of the brand.
Yeah,
But
they do.
I don't know why one brand is better than the other. But there is like these old. We went to that like Amish flea market, and like we would be walking, and then some of them would be like 20, and then some would be all of a sudden like 50, 60. I'm like, why is that one so much more? But apparently,
Right?
some are more desirable. John, you ain't kidding. I'm pretty careful now. Griswold. Okay.
I know. I always like I keep checking before I walk in. It's like get paranoid.
Especially the ones that don't really have doors, like Lowe's or Walmart. It's just like it's kind of like you walk around the bend, and I'm like, am I going in the right one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Buddy and Kiddo. That's the Tony calls them Buddy and Kiddo, and I'm like, the name is Norton and Roxy. Buddy, do you go by Buddy or you Norton? Norton. Yes, he knows his name. He turned his head. Yeah, Norton. Okay.
I left both of them home. I told Precious you're not coming with me today. I got errands to run and I can't worry about where she's at. You know. Exactly.
He starts asking to eat about an hour before it's time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and then he starts going, it's like makes these like, I'm like, stop it.
Precious does that if I'm eating. And then Bella will just put her head on your leg and
Oh,
look at you.
Norton will put the head on the leg. And if eating, I say, don't let him get that close to your plate. Because he has a tongue the size of a giraffe tongue. I swear. It's like he'll go like that, and like half the plate will be up in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it was really funny when he was a puppy and he would be like in his crate and then the tongue would come out and up and be like, what the heck? It was like, it's insane. It was so big.
That's too funny.
It was funny to watch.
Well, Susie, I get to hit the road and go get
Okay.
that stuff so I
Well,
can bake these cakes.
It's December 19th. I hope everybody is calm and has a good week. And I don't know what the calendar looks like. When is next Thursday? Is it like
The day
holiday?
after Christmas.
Oh,
I
it
think.
is?
Yeah.
Well, then Merry Christmas, everybody. Have
That's
fun.
right.
Hope you have
Well,
a
I'll
good
see you guys tomorrow
one.
and
Will.
Monday and not Wednesday.
Well, I'll see you maybe in the chats if I'm not visiting doctors every other day like I have been. Anyway.
Oh, you calm now that you saw us? Jennifer says, bah humbug. Stop it, Jennifer.
Bah
That's
humbug.
kind of how I feel too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You
If
know,
I don't see anybody, if they don't come back to any of the other lives, Merry Christmas to you guys. Hope you have a
right.
good holiday,
And if
safe
you feel
holiday.
like watching videos on this guy touring China and speaking different languages, that's fun too. You know, to
That's right.
have fun, kiss
Yep.
your puppies and your kids.
I know. God. Yeah. So don't forget Dawn Steals tomorrow on my channel. I don't know
All
what
right.
kind of stuff we're gonna have, but we'll be there.
Yeah,
All right,
you.
guys. You
Take
end, it's your
care.
turn, Boo. You want to end it, or you want me to end it?
I'll end it. Take care. Bye bye.
Oh, Jennifer, I'm sorry.
All right. Sorry too. Bye bye. Oh, I got another dog here. All right. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Donna. Bye, Jennifer.